So last time, after a lot of hard work, we managed to finally get ourselves our very first dinosaurs. I mean, just look at how cute they are. The biggest problem we were going to have was feeding all of them. So I went to check on our little chicken egg farm that Martha had made to see if we could use any of the eggs to spawn chickens for the dinos to eat. First off, it became immediately clear that we were going to have way too many chickens in the farm, creating just so many eggs, and also that we had a very tiny zombie pigman problem. But this problem did remind me, I'd been wanting to make some sliding doors using funky locomotion. However, to do that, I would need to make myself a mini factory to gather all the resources I needed. So I went and used several pickaxes to dig myself out a new room in the basement service corridor of the lab. One of the main components of the moving walls is Invar, but to get that I was going to need a few other things, so I made a coke oven, a crude blast furnace, and an alloy kiln. The good bonus of this Invar production line is it also gave me access to coal coke, which is basically a much better version of coal. Meanwhile I went borderline insane building all of this, Martha was busy getting us some more dinosaurs. She made a nice little outdoor area for some Cories and Parasaurs to grow up, before they can be moved to a more permanent pen. There was also some new dinosaurs put in the underground pen, with them being these cute monkey-ewes, or however you say it. Martha also discovered that literal tons of eggs coming out of her farm might actually be much more useful than we first anticipated. Thanks to the bird's food mod, if you put an egg in a furnace, you get a cooked egg that many of the dinosaurs seem to be able to eat. This would be perfect and would also create a stable food source for both us and the dinos. However, I'll admit that Martha did go a slight bit egg mad. During the time we were trying to get the door working, we would end up arguing about why the server was so damn laggy. Since, as far as we were aware, there shouldn't really have been a reason for it to be so. Eventually, though, Martha found the problem.
Oh my god. I think I found the source of our lag.
Oh, what is it? What is it?
Oh, you should come at the front.
Come out the front. What's out the front?
Oh no.
Don't tell me, don't tell me. What could be the... What do you mean? What's
Oh
this?
my god. How did that happen?
Oh my god!
Oh shit. You think some of them got out, fell into that hole? Ow.
Yeah. Babe, get rid of this baby skeleton. I can't even kill this baby skeleton!
I know. My game is completely...
Yeah, it was fine until we discovered them.
I don't know how long they've been here.
They must have been here for a very long time, because some of those are...
Alright, pick it up, pick it up.
Oh yeah. Most of those are fully grown adults. Oh my god, my game is running so much better.
Oh my god, it is as well.
With that finally sorted, I went back to the factory and finished building my sliding door, wiring it up to a furnace generator. This door was also a proof of concept. You see, one of the big ideas we had for the dinosaur pens was to have these giant sliding doors to get into the pens and do any maintenance needed for the dinosaurs. Once I finished the doors, it was time to turn my attention to the next big dinosaur project, the herbivore pen. The plan was simple, to create a lazy river-style ride which circles an island where most of the herbivore dinosaurs can stay. Since the dinos don't seem to like going in deep water, we would be able to keep them inside without needing to build a bunch of electric fences. Martha had already made a start digging out the river, so I went to check up on her and make sure she was actually doing something. Let's see.
Welcome to my hole.
Since Martha seemed to be losing her mind, I very kindly decided to stay and help by cutting down the trees in the middle of the river so Martha could do some terraforming. Thank God for the tree harvester mod that lets you cut down an entire tree in one go. I mean, just look at how many stacks of wood we got from just cutting down the trees on the island. To be honest, we probably could have got at least double that amount, but I got bored, so made a very small controlled fire before walking off. The herbivore pen would end up being a 1 week project anyway, so who cares if I started a few small fires? While this fire was burning, I went back to the factory with a new goal to increase our power production, since the next thing I really wanted to build was a computer storage system, because our current system of storage was just over a dozen chests scattered around the lab. However, those require a decent amount of power to run consistently, so I smelted some copper and osmium to help make a metallurgic infuser. After a while of getting the resources together and making a macerator to crush coal, I made myself a few solar panels and placed them tucked away in the corner of the outdoor dino pen with the parasaurs and the cories. Now, these were hardly the best solar panels in the world and would have to be upgraded later, but they would do for now. I also made a couple of energy cubes to act as batteries so the system would still run during the night. I also decided it was worth building some electric furnaces so Martha would get rid of our hopper furnace in the main lab. At this point, I took stock of what resources I had and what resources I needed to finish building the computer system. It became evident that there was one main resource I was missing: slime balls. So I got myself a boat, a bow, and a bunch of arrows, and set off on an adventure to find the swamp. This would be the furthest I had travelled on the island yet, and from my brief adventure so far, it was clear that the further out you went, the more dangerous the dinosaurs that appear. It didn't take long for me to come across the first evidence that the swamp was gonna be dangerous. When I finally arrived, my suspicions were confirmed, with there being multiple large sleeping carnivores, and even a T-Rex. With the lag becoming a bit unstable, I grabbed myself the slime balls and then speedrunned my way out the swamp and back home. However, I knew I would have to return eventually to get more. When I got back, I mixed the slime balls with some string to create processor bindings, then got to work on the computer storage system. It took me a long time to get everything set up, as I had to make a crafting monitor and a bunch of cables and cable facades to hide said cables. A controller and a disk drive were also needed, and I made 2 storage disks, each worth 16k of storage, for a total of 32k items that could be stored in the system. And with the storage system finally set up, it's time for me to leave this video at an end. This episode, I really feel we have set the groundwork for the rapid expansion of the park, with next episode us focusing almost all of our efforts on finishing the herbivore pen and getting the dinosaurs in there. So join us next time on Building Jurassic Park.